Yes. Stop talking because I told you I will record the session. If you are shouting loudly, that sound will also be recorded. Okay. Then we are starting biotechnology. This biotechnology is also called genetic engineering, okay, or molecular technology, like that. This biotechnology, which is also called as recombinant DNA technology, which is also called as genetic engineering. Biotechnology is a process, or it is a branch of science that deals with principles and process related to recombinant DNA technology, which is also called as genetic engineering. Okay. Usually this biotechnology, nothing but it is a new branch of science that is emerged with a marriage between biology and technology. We can say it is a new branch where new techniques or new methods are developed for the fields of biology. So in biology, in just molecular basis, we studied molecular processes. Here, what is molecular biology or molecular basis? We studied already. Molecular biology is a branch that deals with genes, DNA, their expression, and everything. Gene formation, gene expression, and all process we can study in that molecular basis. So molecular basis or molecular biology is a branch that deals study of cellular concepts at molecular level. What are the molecular level? Biomolecules like at DNA or RNA or protein level. At biomolecule level, we are studying the process which are taking place in cell. That is only molecular biology. Replication, transcription, reverse transcription, and translation processes where genes are getting regulated, how genotype information is being expressed into phenotypic information, that we study. Here, for the betterment of the processes, new techniques are being discovered. Why there is a discovery of new techniques? New technique, what is the technique? What is the technology? Technology means development of a new method or a process or invention of a new process or making a new instrument, something. So which is useful for the betterment of the human welfare. Yes or no? So for the betterment of human welfare, I mean to improve our health, to increase the availability of food to human beings, like that, for betterment of human welfare, we are discovering some new every time. Okay, so that discovery is based on needs, you know. If we have a need, then we can discover something. If we don't have any need, then no need of discovery. So needs are bringing some new discoveries. With the new discoveries for betterment of some processes or techniques, okay, or new instruments or new methodologies are being developed. That is a branch which is called as technology. Technology, which is engineering. Engineering is technology. So that technology which is applied to biological field is called biotechnology. This biotechnology emerged from a branch called metaphysics. Biotechnology emerged from a branch called metaphysics. Metaphysics means It is a branch of science that deals to find the reason behind everything. Something is happening in the universe means, what is the reason behind that? Finding the truth or reason. Like that, we can study in metaphysics. So from that metaphysics, where we are finding reason for every concept in the universe. So that is next developed with biotechnology. So this biotechnology is purely applied to later what? Recombinant DNA technology, where the scientists were able to alter the DNA. Biotechnology then fully applied to recombinant DNA technology or genetic engineering. Genetic engineering means, what is engineering? Engineering is a process or a technology where we are changing. Genetic engineering means genes are being changed or genes can be rearranged. Genes number can also be increased. I mean, we can alter the DNA by using recombinant DNA technology. That's all. By using recombinant DNA technology, we can alter the genes. As we can alter the genes, we are able to alter the characters also. Yes or no? Suppose, take an example. E. coli cells are there. Usually bacteria, E. coli cell is there. That is very small cell that cannot produce longer proteins. But by genetically modified E. coli, we can produce human insulin in the E. coli cell. Human growth hormone can be produced in bacteria. Like transgenic plants are produced which have disease resistance. Yes or no? Bt cotton is produced by transferring a gene from Bacillus thuringiensis into cotton plant. That's what you discussed. You studied about a tailor-made plant. What is the tailor-made plant? Some part of the DNA is cut and it is again stitched with another part of the DNA. Okay, so that is a process where recombinant DNA technology involves altering the genes. Okay, here that altering of the genes first was performed by Boyer and Cohen. Boyer and Cohen are two scientists who were succeeded in their study of recombinant DNA technology. So, with the help of the experiments conducted by Boyer and Cohen, recombinant DNA technology made possible, where genetic modification or preparing what? Tailor-made organisms, where DNA is cut or removed from one organism, or suppose, you know, a plasmid or something is there. What we are doing in genetic engineering, the plasmid is opened and introduced with one new DNA. So this is what we can say, recombinant DNA. Then it is introduced into a host cell. In that host cell, it will express a new character. Host cell has its original genome. By recombinant DNA technology, we are transferring a foreign gene into the host cell. When we introduce a foreign gene, that foreign gene undergoes expression and it will produce its character in the host cell. That is what we can say recombinant organism. This is what recombinant product. A foreign gene product is produced in one organism. So this is what host has original genome, but that host genome is introduced with one more extra gene. That is what? Engineered DNA. Host genome is engineered or modified. So with the help of that only we can produce that what? Genetically modified organisms. Genetically modified organisms can be produced by engineering the DNA or replacing the DNA or something we can do with the help of that techniques which are developed by Boyer and Cohen. So what Boyer did? First, he found an enzyme which is nuclease. He found an enzyme. Normally, what we can say, endonuclease is there, na? That endonucleases which have wide uses in recombinant DNA technology are called what? Restriction endonucleases. There are nucleases. Nucleases are again endonuclease, exonucleases are there. Exonucleases are not useful. Endonucleases are useful. In that endonucleases also, restriction endonucleases are useful. Okay, which are molecular scissors. Okay, that we will see about that restriction endonucleases later. So that endonucleases were found by Boyer. So with the help of that restriction endonucleases, here we can cut the DNA at a particular sequence. Yeah, palindromic sequences are there. There we can cut the DNA. That was found by Boyer. Later, another enzyme which is ligase was also found. Another enzyme, ligase. Ligase, what is the activity of ligase? Joining of DNA fragments, as we discussed in DNA replication process already. So ligase is an enzyme which is responsible to join DNA fragments or nucleotides. Fragments. Nucleotides are added usually by polymerase. Fragments can be joined by DNA ligase enzyme. So this Libby, DNA ligase enzyme is called what? Molecular glue or molecular gum. Ligating enzyme where DNA fragments can be joined by DNA ligase. With the help of these two enzymes, any DNA can cut at any place. Wherever we need, we can cut. But after cutting, we can introduce a new DNA in middle where we cut. That was possible with the help of this endonuclease and ligating enzyme, which is a ligase. So, with the help of these, Cohen was successful to construct a molecule. An rDNA molecule was successfully ligated. That means endonuclease enzyme can cut the DNA, then ligase can join the DNA fragment. So first, by using endonuclease, the DNA fragment was cut. Then, by using ligase enzyme or ligase enzyme, the DNA fragments can be joined like that. He became successful for joining like that. So this is the fundamental for biotechnology. From this only total, that area, that time where this became possible, that gave offshoot to the biotechnology. Offshoot means rapid growth of the field of biotechnology. Biotechnology field was grown very rapidly after the discovery of these two enzymes. So as this biotechnology became more useful after finding these two enzymes, many products are produced. Many products are produced in foreign organisms. Heterologous organisms. What are homologous organisms? Organisms which have same genome are homologous. Heterologous means two different organisms have two different genomes. Suppose human gene is which is responsible for growth hormone or insulin or something, that is taken and introduced into E. coli. Now E. coli cell is said to be heterologous. So in a heterologous organism, we can produce a gene product that can be used for betterment of the human welfare, like improving food production or increasing the quality or quantity. Usually in plant breeding techniques we can improve, but better than that, genetically modified crops can give more yield and disease resistance, pest resistance, post harvest loss. Like that, many advantages are there when compared to normal hybridization methods to this genetical modification. So not only that, by using E. coli was the first engineered organism. First genetically modified organism is E. coli, but E. coli is only popularly used, but human genetics uses which organism more? Mice. Mice is popularly used. Okay. Recently, I think before 2 or 3 years, in Japan or France, I think a statue was constructed for mice. As mice are sacrificing their life for genetic studies. Yeah, that is a sacrification. They are contributing very much for us, genetic studies. As they are sacrificing their lives for genetic studies, for that remembrance, a statue was constructed for mice. In Japan, I think. Japan or Germany, I can't remember the country. I think in Japan. Okay, a statue was also constructed. That's why what we can say, yeah, Russia. Answer came here. In Russia. Students in online, they may be searching in Google and giving answers. So that we have an advantage with the online class. Okay, so mouse, E. coli cell, most popularly used bacteria is prokaryotes. Is that some other organisms also being used, like Neurospora. Okay, Neurospora is also used. Not only that, for genetic studies, hybridization techniques and finding genomes like that. Not at biotechnology level, but hybridization techniques in plants. Finding the gene expression. Popularly used plant is Pisum sativum, and popularly used insect is Drosophila melanogaster. That is also genetic study only. But this is recombinant DNA technology, but that is expression genetics. Mendelian genetics, what we can say. Okay. So this discovery made possible to produce more amounts of insulin for the treatment in diabetes, growth hormone for the treatment to underdeveloped or poor developing children who are not developing well. For them, we can give growth hormone. Why are you laughing? All are looking at Ovia. No, human growth hormone, like that, many proteins, like in immunity boosting interleukins, in health and disease, you might study. Interferons are different, interleukins are different. Like that, some proteins are there, they can be produced. Different gene products can be expressed in heterologous organisms and can be used for the welfare of human beings. So, biotechnology developed well after the discovery of, or after the finding of, the two enzymes which are nuclease and ligase. And the term biotechnology was first used by a scientist. I will give you the name. Carl Ehricke. The term biotechnology was used first by a scientist named Carl Ehricke. And later, father of biotechnology is another scientist. For one experiment, he was being considered as father of biotechnology. Father of biotechnology is Paul Berg. Father of biotechnology is Father Berg. Was Father Berg? He is Father Berg. Always father of biotechnology is Paul Berg. Why he is called father of biotechnology means he transferred a gene from virus SV40 into E. coli. He transferred gene of SV40 virus into E. coli using lambda phase. By using lambda phase. Here, the source genome is SV40 and the host is E. coli. And why he used lambda phase means lambda phase has DNA. That DNA was used as vector. Phasemids. Vectors are cosmids, plasmids, phasemids. Phase DNA can also act as vector. So that phase DNA was used as vector by Paul Berg. That was the first successful record of biotechnology where that successfully constructed, used for the construction of this. A recombinant a gene from SV40 used as vector. Biotechnology. Later, not only genetic studies, some other techniques also well developed in the field of technique, which do more principles. So what are biological principles? There are living organisms have many properties. All living properties of living organisms can be altered with this biotechnology. Metabolism is a property. Metabolism can be altered by what? Altering the genes which are responsible for production of the enzymes of metabolism. Metabolism is carried by enzymes. Enzymes are produced from genes. If genes are modified, metabolism gets modified. Metabolism is modified means its physiology gets modified. It is modified means total all properties, anatomical changes, morphological changes. Okay, every character will get changed by changing the genome. Even growth can be affected. Everything we can modify because each and every physiological property of living organism is based on their genetic constitution. Each and every property of a living organism is based on DNA only. Living properties like growth, respiration, metabolism. What are living properties? Metabolism, growth, reproduction, respiration, locomotion, consciousness. Sensitivity is consciousness. Then, already I told you, healing, damage and healing, repair, healing, what? So all are properties of living organism. So all properties are based on the genetic constitution where DNA is responsible to encode the properties. So if we alter the DNA by using these techniques, we can alter the living organism. Physiology can be altered. So properties can be altered. Yes or no? So that was possible. Later some other techniques are also, not only related to recombinant DNA technology, some other techniques are also developed and subjected grouped under this biotechnology, like what? In vitro fertilization, IVF. In vitro fertilization was a method which was developed by a scientist. Fertilization. This was developed by Robert Winston. Robert Winston was scientist who developed in vitro fertilization for first time. Okay, and the technique was used by another scientist named Steptoe. This in vitro fertilization was used by a scientist called Steptoe and produced that world's first test tube baby. in 1978. Louis Brown. First test tube female child. Louis Brown. Okay, that is a milestone of biotechnology on 25th July 1978. First test tube baby was produced by using in vitro fertilization using biotechnology principles on 25th July 1978. Huh? 1942. What is the age of that child you are calculating? Now not child. Senior citizen, not senior citizen also. Just adult female only. Senior citizen means after 60 years now. Okay. So first test tube baby was produced by using all the methods of this on 25th July 1978. In vitro fertilization, IVF was developed by Robert Winston, but it was used by Steptoe to produce first female test tube child. Okay, so here usually biotechnology is useful to produce a zygote which is made on fertilization in vitro. In vitro means outside living organism. Inside living organism is in vivo. Okay. That is outside the living body. In laboratory. In laboratory or outside the living organism or in laboratory conditions, fertilization was carried, which developed into a zygote, and it was developed into a female child by using all the techniques which are developed in the field of biotechnology, and a test tube baby was developed. Not only human beings, many organisms we can modify for the betterment. Like which organisms which are the microbes which we are using daily? Lactobacillus, yeast. Lactobacillus is being used for curdling, even curdling for formation of buttermilk, curd, and different products like yogurt, like that. So lactobacillus bacteria is being used for the formation of curd. If lactobacillus genome is modified and some better lactobacillus variety is produced, then curd flavor can be increased, quality of the curd can be increased, and curdling time can also be reduced. What is the time required for formation of curd from milk? That time can be reduced, and the curd quality can be increased. So it is an advantage. Yeast is being used for formation of baking and for formation of brewing. Baker's yeast, brewer's yeast. For the production of alcohols, alcoholic beverages, and for formation of bakery products. So baking yeast is there, brewing yeast is there, both is same. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So that is also we are using daily life. If we modify the genes of yeast and if we are producing very well or good species of yeast, then we have some more advantages. The quality of food we can increase, or the quality of alcohol in beverages can be increased. So like that, this biotechnology is a field where we are changing the genome. By changing that genome, we can produce new species or new varieties. Even speciation is also possible. Or new varieties of a species can be produced that have more advantages for the benefits of human. So as many modifications are there in the field of biotechnology, Biotechnology was defined by an organization called EFB, European Federation of Biotechnology. They defined biotechnology. European Federation of Biotechnology. That organization gave a definition to biotechnology. According to them, definition is given there also. Here, what is this biotechnology according to that EFB? Integration of integration of natural science and organisms. Integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogues for products and services. According to them, integration of natural science and molecular analogues. Natural science. What is natural science? Is taking place in organism or cell or a part of cell. Natural science and what we wrote, and organisms, cells, parts thereof. What is natural science in organism or a cell or a cellular part with molecular analog. What is molecular analog? What is analog? A similar structure is said to be analog, but functionally it is different. Looking same, but differently it can function. Suppose an example, uracil is there. Uracil, when it is methylated, it will form thymine. But when methyl group is replaced with bromine, 5-bromo-uracil is forming. 5-methyl-uracil is thymine. 5-bromo-uracil is another one nucleotide analog, which is thymine analog. Similar to thymine, but that is not original thymine. So 5-bromo-uracil has some mutation function on DNA, but thymine is involving in expression. Both are same. Thymine has a methyl group. In that methyl group there is bromine. Uracil is original. To that uracil, if methyl group is added to 5th position, then it is forming thymine. In the place of methyl group, if a bromine is added, then it is called what? 5-bromo-uracil. Thymine is originally present in DNA, but when 5-bromo-uracil is analog means similar, but they are showing different function. So that nucleotide analog that can cause mutation. So this analog means we are changing the DNA. That analogs are used with natural sciences for what? Products and services, for betterment or to serve the human population. We can integrate natural science with molecular analogs. That's all. That means normal biology is integrated with the technology, that is biotechnology, what we can say simply. Okay. So for biotechnology, we need 2 conditions for the success of biotechnology. What are the 2 primary needs of biotechnology? 2 primary things which are, for benefit of biotechnology, 2 primary steps are there, or 2 primary needs are there. One is genetic engineering, what we discussing till now. Genetic engineering is what? Genetic engineering is nothing but tailor-made DNA. Tailor-made DNA. What a tailor will do? They will cut and stitch again. Here also a DNA is cut and stitched again with some other part of the DNA. Like a plasmid, what we are doing? A plasmid is cut with a restriction enzyme. In middle of the plasmid, we are introducing a new DNA. As we are introducing a new DNA, that plasmid is said to be what? Recombinant DNA or recombinant plasmid. So, we are modifying the genome. That is what we can say genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is a step which is the first step of biotechnology, where we are breaking the DNA and joining the DNA to produce a new DNA. That two steps can be carried by two different enzymes. What are the enzymes? Molecular scissor is called. So this genetic engineering was possible with restriction enzymes and ligase enzymes. So genetic engineering is the first step of biotechnology, where we are breaking the DNA and joining the DNA with the different sequences so that hybridized DNAs are produced, or hybrid DNA is produced. Okay, so our modified genome is produced, or modified DNA is produced. This became possible by the invention of that two enzymes. Who invented that? Boyer. Albert Boyer, I think. Albert Boyer. Yes. Boyer identified. So second one is providing optimum medium or optimal growth conditions, which is contaminant free medium, providing a best medium. Sterilized, contamination free means sterilized. Why sterilized medium is required? What is contamination free or sterilized means? Where any contamination, once, just now we discussed many organisms we can modify. Suppose E. coli cell was genetically engineered with human insulin. Okay, E. coli cell was genetically engineered with human insulin, and E. coli cells we are growing for products producing human insulin. Yes or no? Human insulin gene was introduced into E. coli cell, and that E. coli cell we are growing in a medium. If contamination is there, E. coli cell growth may not be optimum. Or if any other foreign substances are there, they will contaminate the medium, which is decreasing E. coli growth, or it may be contaminating with the product also. Then the product which is pure we cannot get. Yes or no? So that sterilized or contamination free medium we have to develop for the growth of the organ. Contamination free medium. So by using these two steps, a process can be completed in a biotechnology. Biotechnology mainly involves these two steps only. Where recombinant DNA is produced by genetic engineering, that recombinant DNA is then moved to a sterilized medium where a host or something is grown. Then from that genetically engineered gene, a gene product is produced. Yes or no? Usually that genetically engineered product is produced in which instruments? Yeah, who is saying answer? Yeah, bioreactor. Bioreactor or fermenter? Bioreactor, fermenter, both are same, but bioreactor has aerobic condition, fermenter has anaerobic condition. Both are same. So in a bioreactor, sterilized medium and continuous supply of oxygen and nutrients also carried. So bioreactor takes continuous supply of oxygen and nutrient food material, so that growth is optimum. That's why what we can say simply will let you know. Bacterial growth curve, do you know? Lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, decline phase. Usually bacterial growth, where initial slow increase in the bacteria number, bacterial cells are dividing and increasing the population of bacteria, which is lag phase, sudden increase, then it is maintained for some time and it is bacteria are being dead. That is bacterial growth curve. Okay, this bacterial growth curve. But in bioreactor, that bacterial growth curve is maintained like this. Yeah, without stationary phase or without decline or death phase, growth is continuous. A straight line. That means forever there is increasing or multiplication in the number of cells of the bacteria, so that foreign gene products can be produced. So this providing optimum medium or sterilized conditions we can develop in bioreactor if it is a small cell. Otherwise in laboratory we have to create this condition and we have to complete the process in a sterilized medium. Okay, if you see biotechnology is similar to hybridization, like reproduction. By biotechnology we can produce new individuals. In reproduction, is it possible to produce new individuals? New individuals. Variations are possible, right? How variations are possible? By recombination in which type? Reproduction, yeah, Nandini. Reproduction is there, which is asexual means and sexual means. By asexual means, there is no formation of variation. So by sexual reproduction, we can develop or produce clones. Clones can be produced, whereas sexual reproduction involves meiosis and mitosis. See only. Meiosis and syngamy. What is syngamy? Fission of gametes. Fission of gametes is there, then only it is called sexual reproduction. Even in asexual reproduction also there is a formation of gametes. In asexual reproduction also gametes are formed, but there is no gametic fission in asexual reproduction. But in sexual reproduction, gametic fission is there. Syngamy is very important. As meiosis takes place in sexual reproduction, in meiosis genetic recombination is taking place. Where genetic recombination takes place in meiosis at packaging of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. During packaging, genetic recombination is taking place. So that genetic recombination will introduce new DNA. That is causing variation. So the biotechnology is a branch where we are doing recombinant DNA technology that can give variations similar to sexual reproduction, but in sexual reproduction variations may occur at less frequency, but by biotechnology we can introduce variations very fastly at high frequency and higher rates. Higher rate is high frequency, we can say. Immediately we can produce. Sexual reproduction is responsible for variations. That variations are accumulated, that is responsible for speciation, that is responsible for evolution. Gone, everything gone. Huh? Ovyava. He is saying he will explain. Then what did he say? Okay, va. Whatever starts with O in class ends with Ovia. Okay, so this genetic recombination or genetic engineering or recombinant DNA technology is similar to the sexual reproduction what we are saying. But in sexual reproduction there is variations which are taking place at slow rates, but in genetic engineering, variations are taking place at high rates. Okay, then we'll continue next class. Enough for today. Just the introduction we gave. In next class, what are the first attempts done in genetic engineering? How, I mean, what is the first recombinant DNA produced? That we'll see. Then we'll see about the tools of genetic engineering. Okay. Yeah, some messages. Someone unmuted and didn't mute.